Okay.
Welcome.
Welcome. Oops.
Welcome.
What's
I
the
know,
weather?
because it looks funny.
Welcome to the Cosmic Ocean. I finally updated.
Hold on. You are?
Oh yeah, my name is Nayeli, and you can follow me at the Nay_area on all platforms. You can book private sessions with me on my website. We have to upgrade my website to add you.
Oh.
Unless you want,
Yeah.
do you want to make your own website? I know last time we talked, we were gonna add you to the
I
Nay
think we're going to
area.
add you. Yeah, we're going to add it to a tab. I'm gonna be a
Perfect.
tab.
Okay.
Yay.
Hija del maíz
Hi, my name is
or
Fatima.
Huitzilopochtli, or that consulting, huh?
Huitzilopochtli. That can be another one. Hija del maíz.
Okay. Continue. Sorry.
Hello, my name is Fatima. I will be your hostess today.
Oh.
God. Where was I?
Hija del
Oh,
maíz.
you can follow me at Hija del Maíz on Instagram and TikTok. And we have my little assistant here
Yes.
that's going to be joining us. Say hello. There, she's saying
Yep.
hello.
She said hello.
This is my baby.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's all.
So this is the second podcast since we've been back
For
officially
2025. This is season
Yeah.
3.
I mean,
Are you
if we
counting it?
wanna,
We're
yeah,
counting
I
it as
guess.
season 3.
Okay, damn.
When did we start our podcast? What year?
We started it on. Oh my god! Hold on, let me see if it'll tell me.
Because it's been a minute.
2022, May of 2022.
Oh my God. So May.
3 years. 22, 23, 23, 24,
We're going on.
25.
In
3
May, it's gonna be
years.
3 years. Wow.
I know.
You're
I
so
was thinking, when did I start doing TikTok? 2021.
You started. Okay, so you were working at Starbucks during COVID, which was 2020, right? Or 2021? 2020. Because we moved here
2020.
November 2020.
So it was 2021.
So 2021 is when you started, yeah, TikTok. That's when you started Starbucks and TikTok.
Well, I started Starbucks a little
Bit before.
bit before, maybe like 6 months before.
Oh, it took you that long?
October, November, December, January. Maybe I think January I made my first post.
So
first
2022.
post. No, 2021.
January 2021?
Yeah.
Holy cow. So it took a whole year and a half before we started our podcast?
That makes sense.
It does. Wow.
Because so I started going live, and I started doing tarot readings, and then remember they made me go through like all those dark nights of the soul.
Yeah, you had it rough.
I had it rough. It was really rough.
You had a rough 4.5 years, girl. I think it's the first time you're not in crisis.
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys, isn't that insane?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. This is the first time you're not in your survival mode.
Yeah, I was thinking like, why was I thinking this? In my when I started up again after I gave birth, whatever, like a few weeks ago, when I started making channel messages again, there was like a lot of channel messages around depression, and they just kept telling me to talk about depression. Like, when I was doing my special, my winter special, it was very much like, if you're in depression, like, let's get out of it, let's shine some light, blah blah blah. During that time, I was just thinking about.
But pause. We were also, that's crazy because it was such a theme because we were talking about Sophie about it
And
too.
we were talking with Sophie, the winter solstice. Yeah. And I was just in that channeled message. I was very much thinking about how I haven't been in my depression.
You haven't
since last year.
Your
Literally, it's been
pregnancy
a year.
pregnancy is different, so it doesn't.
But I feel like that
count.
was the worst that I've ever felt.
Right, but that was the pregnancy. Like that was like, yeah, it was depression, but it was different.
Yeah, I guess it was different.
It's just different.
Yeah.
I think if and when you ever get pregnant again, you're just gonna have to make yourself like
Yeah.
go out because man, it just.
I'm gonna have to book another trip. Because it really, like, Egypt helped me. Yeah, I was like in my shadow the whole fucking time, but hey, at least it was better than.
Oh,
when
so
I
we
got
haven't
back
even told
home.
the story. So We haven't told the story.
What
Other
story?
than, people know that you were pregnant when you went to
Yeah, we
Egypt.
talked about it when I came
Oh
back.
yeah, we
yeah.
did do a podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back, depression. Talking
Yeah,
about
but this was
depression.
like the first year, and it's been a year. Like it's been a year since I felt depressed. I haven't the way that I get because I like to go into my hole and stay there and not do anything. But even I may have not been posting or making content, but that does not mean I'm just laying in bed doing nothing because I have a child. So I had to get up. I had to clean. I had to go outside. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I didn't have the
The have to.
opportunity to lay in bed and get depressed or whatever. And I was just so shocked because remember when I was going through my dark nights of the soul, after I was going live on TikTok and then I stopped because of my ego, because I got too whatever. I got too
I think that's always been one of your
angry.
fights. Yeah, with TikTok
What?
going live. Like
Yeah.
it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
It's
honestly.
such a love-hate relationship because you love it.
I felt so different recently.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I think the last time I went live, I was a little bit like, because I was thinking about the money. But then I reminded myself, like, why I'm doing it. And I felt better.
And I think right now, too, it's been not a struggle, but like, it's not as easy as it was before.
What?
Going live? Because before you would just go live whenever you wanted to. And now you have to plan it. You have to be ready. You have to feed the child. You have to do all that stuff.
I have to make sure my room is clean. And then my room gets a lot dirtier quicker. So it's like a lot. And then I have to think about food. And yeah, it's been really difficult. But I've had the desire to actually go live. But okay, what I was talking about was
Okay, going back.
and we've talked about it on the podcast multiple times, but there was a point where I was going live for the first time, but then I stopped because I was just getting really angry that people weren't doing their work or something.
That it was the same questions and that it's all about relationships.
I think so.
I think the big thing is that it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That you were mad that they keep asking the same thing.
I don't remember because I feel like I've done this so many times.
Yeah.
That I just don't even remember anymore. But I lost my shit and my ego was just out of control. But it was also
pregnant you?
No, this was not pregnant me. This is why you keep confusing me. You keep thinking you don't remember what time where in my timeline I'm talking about.
Is this before pregnant?
This was way before pregnant. This was when I first started going live.
Oh, I remember.
And then I stopped.
Yeah, I remember.
In like October or
something.
something.
Oh my God, and you took a long time.
I took a long time. A long ass time. I don't remember if it was
a year.
I don't know. It was not a year. But it was a while. Maybe like 6.
Because I remember, so it was the time when you had your short hair.
Yes.
And then when Tito came back, breaking Tito came back and he's like, oh my God, you have long hair.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And I was smoking a lot of weed during that time when I stopped going live. But I had stopped. Why did I stop? I don't remember. I think I stopped because
you just got mad.
It was something about the people. But it was too like me thinking I was better than them. Yeah. There you go. And we've talked about this on the podcast. I just don't remember. It was
like to be season 1.
3-4 years ago. Oh yeah, 100% season 1. But anyways, my point.
This was before season 1. Like this scenario happened before
we started. But then we started in May.
And so that's when
I went through it in October.
So we started in May, so it's when you came back.
When I came back, yeah.
Baby, come back.
So anyways, I don't remember the point of my story because I got so lost.
Depression. We're talking about depression. And how you go through these cycles.
Oh yeah. During that time, I think that was like the first time that it hit and I was self-aware. I had been doing my work, it's post therapy. I'm deep into spirituality.
You did therapy too?
I did therapy. At this point, I was very deep into my spirituality. I was doing the Egypt.
Okay.
That was
so now fast forward.
Was that Egypt?
Fast forward.
No, not yet.
Yeah, because that's how you got into Kapuli. Because we did Egypt first.
I don't think I was in Kapuli yet. Egypt. I think Egypt was the coming months.
I went to Egypt in
2023.
No, 2022. I went in August 2022, so I started January 2022.
Yeah, so this was October December, January. There was 2 months, and then I start my Egypt classes with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was still in my spiritual journey. Nobody was leading me. It was just me. And I think that's why I was
That's when I kept
going
fighting
through it.
with you that yes, you don't, because you were like, I don't need a teacher. I don't need a teacher. And so we would go back and forth about
Yeah.
that. So like, you need somebody to guide you at least.
Yeah. I mean, the
you need a
ancestors
guide.
were 100% guiding me, but it was just harder.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really hard. I feel like if I would have like had my teacher, if I would have met Natalie before, I wouldn't have had it that intense. You know what I mean?
Yes. Agree.
But anyways, during that time, I was like, "Oh my god, is depression hereditary? Is depression
Genetic.
mental illness or like something that happens to you and not that you make happen?" So I was very much thinking, is depression something that can't go away, that you need to like take pills for it? Because I was really battling with my depression.
You were bad.
Yeah.
And what was your
Well,
was
now
the conclusion?
after experiencing so
Years
many
and years.
lows, so many, yeah, like a pattern of high and lows, and thinking that I'd never come out of it, this being the first year where I'm like, oh my God, I haven't fallen into it, has just shown me that I think depression is something that is based off our environment, our what we do, what we don't do. So I would not go outside. This time I like had no choice but to be going outside, and that I feel like that literally saved me. I didn't have the postpartum depression as much as I thought that I would. Like I feel like I had little moments, but like they're just moments, not even like nights or whatever.
Oh my God, no! But it's funny how everything works. You ended up having to go to the hospital, to the doctor, so much.
They
So I think they were like, "Oh hell no, this
it.
bitch is single."
Yeah, yeah. And even when I was like no longer having to go to the doctor, I was still getting up to walk down the street.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I also felt the need. I was like, oh, I'm getting angry or I'm getting upset. Let me go do this. I'm getting upset more frequently. Let me go outside.
So disclaimer here: we know depression is real. We know.
Oh yeah,
We
100%.
know that to get out of it, it's
really hard.
So yeah, it's a hole, and we've been through it. We've seen it. We have our family. We know, so we know.
Yes.
But also know there is a way out.
Yeah.
There
Also,
is a way out.
I guess I want this, like, for people hearing this and battling with depression, I want you to recognize that you have enough power to get yourself out of it and to not fall victim to depression, because in those moments I literally thought depression happens to you, you have no control over it. It just, when the cloud comes and you just have to surrender. But in reality, like, okay, if you see a cloud coming, feel it. Try to understand where it's coming from and what it's showing you. But I also want you to realize that when you're ready, you can make the cloud pass.
Yes, and depression is a disease. And what disease is dis-ease. So your body is not
in harmony.
It's in dis-ease. It's not feeling good. It's not comfortable. And what depression is, it's energy depressed. So the number one way to cure this, to work through this, is to move your body. Move the body.
Oh my God, no wonder.
Move that energy. Move it. Get it going. And so it's so important, I think, one, to realize what's happening, and then two, to just go outside.
Yeah.
Go outside.
The sun is medicine. And, whoever goes into spirituality, like, learns this, right? But even then, I would go outside. Yeah.
Spirituality, I think it depends, but we've learned so much of this with Natalie.
But
like
I remember
in other spiritualities, like in Ifa, we don't talk about it.
Yeah, dude. The Orisha are based off of nature.
That's true. Never
You
mind.
have,
And we go
Oshun,
into
the
our
river, and
our rituals outside.
yeah,
Okay.
and then too, and you use herbs and all these things. But also, well, I did when I started my spiritual journey. I was always outside. Remember how I would always go to
Never mind. I
the
retract that
mountains?
statement.
Okay, but I would always go to the mountains. So then, but I would still fall into depression. So then, let's mix going outside, moving your body, but also what are you?
It's because you never. Oh God, what is it? Address the issue. You just would go around it and do all these rituals and all this stuff, offerings, but if you don't address the issue, you're gonna stay in it.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I would always go and do my offerings. But then it was like, girl,
Always.
thank you for the offering, ma'am, but let's bring this up. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm going to go on a walk now.
I'm
You know?
gonna go hike now.
Yeah. 100%. So look at what the pressed or the energy, the stagnant energy is.
Why?
What is that stagnant energy and why is it there and how long has it been there? And take accountability. Oh my God.
Oh my God! And
That's
that,
a thing.
what were we just? Who was I just bitching about that they're not taking it? Oh,
Sophie?
No, I was talking to the board president. Just a little side.
A little sidebar.
I was talking to the board president, and there was a situation at work where some individuals, um, so some individuals did some okay, hold on.
Got it, girl. You got it,
I'm
girl.
trying how to say it without getting in trouble. Some individuals were there at the agency, and they chose to work offsite, and they were supposed to work on site. And we met with them, and we told them, and now they're coming back to work on site, and they're ridiculous. They're trying to blame that they didn't know, that they had no other choice, and I'm like, bullshit. They need to take accountability because I told them exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
I was so straightforward with them. So I was just telling her, I was like, they did this, they did that. It was just funny because I was just told her they need to take accountability. So yeah, that is huge.
And I
huge,
think
huge.
I
In
just love
everything.
the universe thing because so on my live yesterday we were talking about taking accountability, and on my live on Monday that was just a channeled message over and over and over. I'm like,
Because yeah, we've been talking a lot about accountability.
yeah, yeah. The ancestors were saying like, you need to take accountability for your spiritual journey. You need to take accountability for your spiritual journey. And I just love the way that it showed up in this conversation so naturally. Like the ancestors were saying,
Yeah.
look, it's still
Yeah.
present. This theme is still present. You need to take accountability. But then I love how this spirituality bleeds into the everyday, like you having that very conversation at work about people
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah.
And so it just shows the beauty in, you know, the universe guiding us, the ancestors guiding us. Like I couldn't make it up. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's
No,
crazy.
it's like the signs. Like I'm always, whenever I have to make any big decision, I'm like, okay, guys, help me. My ancestors, my Agun, you know, tell me, show me, guide me, yeah, because I freak out.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, give me a sign. So they always show up. They open that door. They close one door, and so that's how I always roll, because I just want to make sure. They're just big decisions sometimes, and lately I've just had a lot of big decisions that I can see how these decisions are changing everything. So I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Being careful, being very, very careful, and asking them because they have been here before me and they have walked this path.
That part.
And so they know. And who better than your own family to guide you, and because they want the best for you.
Yep, they
Want
do.
the best.
Yeah, and they know you and they understand you and they've been there. They've literally walked down the road. They've literally walked down the road that you're walking down because you know, generational trauma.
And it's like by you fulfilling your goals and your dreams, you're fulfilling theirs.
Yeah, and you're setting them free.
Anyway,
If
so
they
I
need to be
think
set free.
that depression, because like I remember saying this or thinking about this, it's like depression runs in our family, right?
Oh yeah.
So I think that it's once you break those generations, it's a generational curse.
Yep.
So I think that once you break it, then because you're also carrying, I literally feel like we've been carrying all of this depression that's coming down generation after generation
Yep.
because of everything our grandmas and grandpas have lived.
Yeah.
So once you're able to hit it, like find out what it is, hit it, stop, boom, like everything changes.
Yeah.
And it's
I
not
agree.
so you healed it for yourself, but you also did it down for our generations and for the future generations, right? Because it's something that you're not passing down.
Right. It's you heal 7 generations down or
Up
back,
and down.
up and down.
Oof.
Yeah.
That number 7 has been coming up soon.
Google's.
Googles.
Goosebumps.
But I think that, and so one of the things that we were talking about this too, that anxiety is not genetic, but it's a learned behavior.
Yeah, we
so
were
I
talking
feel that depression also, Not necessarily it's a learned
Ooh.
behavior, but if you
The
see
coping mechanisms.
yes.
And with negative coping mechanisms or with coping mechanisms like, oh, I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna drink, I'm gonna
find a
smoke,
solution. I'm
eat,
gonna smoke. I'm gonna sleep.
I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah, 100%. So that's your coping mechanism, huh?
Sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's my coping
Yeah.
mechanism, and that's not.
And that was my
gonna-
mom's.
So do you see how these coping mechanisms literally like groomed us to have depression?
And so now that I can't sleep, I can get depressed.
I mean, you totally can.
No, I'm just kidding. I know.
Okay.
No, I know. It was a sidebar. No, I
But
think.
you totally can.
Oh God, I know. So I hadn't been out in like 4 days, and that's why 5 days. I went out Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, so if I hadn't been outside for 4 days, so yesterday I was like, we are going out. We are leaving this damn house because we had an Arctic
Oh, okay.
storm and
Yeah.
it was so cold.
Yeah.
And so baby and I had not left the house.
Yeah.
And so yesterday we went out to Sephora and we went to Costco and kicked
Yeah.
our ass, but we left the house.
I know, me too. I was like, I'm not even gonna go on the walk because it's too fucking cold. It was like 30 degrees.
It was so cold yesterday.
No, not yesterday. Like the day before, or the day after.
Mhm.
But I was like, I don't even give a fuck. I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna connect to the tobacco because, girl, I can't. I need to get out of this house.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. You get that more than me.
What?
That you have to be outside.
I do. I don't know.
Like, I can handle. I'm good 2-3 days. But yeah, 4 days. Going on my 5th, I was like, I'm done.
I don't know, dude. Which is also really crazy because I'm a homebody. Like I like to be in my space. I would never come out. Like I was fine never leaving.
That's true.
Pre-pregnancy, I would not leave the house like at all. But post-pregnancy, I'm like I have to. It's very very necessary.
But that's so funny because I'm so the opposite. I'm like always doing something. So this is like the most homebody I've been in forever.
Yeah. 100%. Anyways, so taking
Okay.
accountability is a theme that's been coming up, and how the ancestors specifically taking accountability for your spiritual journey in this context, but also, I mean, I guess in every context, like on the lives, they were talking about taking accountability in look at who you are and take accountability for your behaviors, for your actions, for the way that you are showing up. So, in this context, take accountability for the emotions that are coming up, for the emotions that these behaviors or the behaviors that these emotions show you that you operate in. Did I explain that right? Like,
I guess it's more of like when these emotions come up, notice what was happening around it. So like, for example, what triggered it? Who was around? What were you doing? And notice to see what's happening so that you can kind of go back and not put yourself in those situations. So that's how you take accountability. So like, for me, for
but in the
example,
terms of depression,
yeah. So even with that, so let's say like yesterday was a perfect example. I was in the house 4 days, and I knew if I stayed one more day, then shoot, that was already gonna be. I was gonna start cocooning.
you're gonna start what?
Cocooning, like
Okay,
sleeping.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I know I need to get out because it's been too long. So what do? I took accountability in the sense of, okay, I need to get out. Let's get out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in those little things.
Taking accountability in the idea that it
Like-
is you who is going to get you out.
Like if you haven't worked out in 4 days, work out. If you haven't seen sunlight, go get sunlight. So
Yeah.
those things that if you have just been eating chips, okay, start making healthier choices and
Yeah.
have some good food,
Why are you
right?
looking at me? The fuck?
If the shoe fits.
Because you're my co-host. The fuck?
This one doesn't eat chips yet, so I can't look at her.
Oh, so you were looking
I
at
just
me
said
because
it.
I eat chips.
No. So then I think it's you take accountability for what you can change and for what you can do.
Yeah. And I think yesterday they were talking about it, but they're also being like, look, take accountability in when we say take accountability, it's also like look at your power. Step into your power enough that you can say, yes, I can be my hero. Yes, I made this. Yes, I can provide a solution. And I can get myself out of this. So step, baby. Dun, dun. Okay. Anyways, so taking accountability, stepping into your power. Don't let the dark cloud of depression wash over you and erase your agency. You have to remember you have power. How do you see taking accountability in
My
your life?
God, it's because there's okay. I was like, we have so many updates. We're gonna have to make a list about all the stuff we're gonna talk about.
Why? What are the other updates we have?
Oh, we're not gonna go in detail about all our stuff. They can talk about it.
What is all our stuff?
Oh, we have to talk about pregnancy. We have to talk about motherhood. We have to talk about all that stuff.
Yeah, but right now we're talking about accountability and the ways that you've seen it in your life.
Fine. Are you gonna post that clip of you yelling at me the other day?
No, I dead ass deleted it.
Oh,
I deleted it though, not like because I didn't want anybody to see it. I deleted it because it was live on my phone.
Oh.
Because I'm recording on YouTube, so it was like different.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah. So I had to delete it.
Okay, so accountability for me, it's like there's so many different aspects.
How
right
is
now.
it? Oh, right now. Okay, good. I thought you were gonna like talk about what it means to you. I was like, no, girl.
God,
The
I can see that.
Don't get sidebarred with your baby crying. Okay, focus, lock in. She's okay. Because we're live.
Okay, so accountability for me is oh my God, because there's so many, right? So for work, I think it's just stepping into more of what I want to do, and just I'm already like a director in my position, but I want to do more things and I want to do different stuff. And I think we just had this huge win at work, and I just want to kind of ease into a role and in a space where I can make my work environment just so much better and so much kinder and stuff. So that's one thing for work. Eventually, I can talk more about it. I just can't give a lot of details right now. And spiritually, it's just like just stepping also into my practice and really doing the work. Like in the space of as a guide, right? Like I think you were talking about this, that we don't use the word healers because we don't do the healing, right? Our ancestors, our guides, our spirit guides, they're the ones who do the work. So we just guide them. We guide you to the work that needs to be done. We guide you. You also said this. We guide you into remembering who you are, so that you can do that work.
Yeah.
So just connecting and diving deeper into my work as a guide.
Yeah. And into your power.
Into my power.
I think that's like the common thread in both of the things that you mentioned in work and spirituality is you stepping into your power enough to be like, okay, this is what I want to do and this is what I can do. Right? Yeah. 100%. And so then that being said, you are stepping up in the spiritual, so you already explained how you want to do that at work, but spiritually too, you're stepping into that role with the classes that we're giving. So if you guys don't know, we're starting up our Mediumship 101 series. I don't remember, but they literally told me the name that we're gonna rename, but I don't even remember anymore.
Did you write it down?
No.
And I think like with the classes,
again.
like we both like lean on each other. So you're like, you have to be there, and then I'm like, oh, you have to be there. So we like both lean on each other a lot.
Yeah.
But I think that for this class, I'm just taking on more of I'm gonna do more of the guiding stuff.
Yes.
That I always like just be like, no, Nayeli, you do it. You do it.
Yeah. And we just found out like okay, well, really quickly, we're doing our Mediumship 101 series, right? We're giving classes about on how to connect with your ancestors and how to do shadow work. So talking about taking accountability. If you want help in that, look into our shadow work classes and our ancestral classes. All of that is in my website. We have to...
nayarea.com.
Yeah, we had to... What is it called? Anyways, whatever. I don't even know. Shameless plug.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about how, and I think we've talked about it on our podcast too, like in the earlier ones, how you always come to me when it comes to connecting with the ancestors or just the cosmos, like spiritually. You're always like, Nayeli.
Which I've been better now.
You have. Oh my God. 100%. 100%. And I remember we just found out like you have so much more of that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Um
With my
yeah, and I'm like, "Girl, if that is already in your energy, if you embody it, it comes so naturally to you. We need to create an environment where you can nurture it. Like how can we
Mm-hmm.
get you more
Mm-hmm.
in that space because
Mm-hmm. And I think it just comes down to like being in the matrix, right? That I live in this world,
mm,
I provide, I do all of this. That for
yeah,
me,
you're
it's just
right.
been really hard to separate,
You're right.
right? That I have to be 100% in the matrix as the mom, and I was like
Yeah.
in the survival mode for so long as a
Yeah.
single mom and taking care of all you guys, and so then it's just taking a minute to be able to step back and being able to have more of that freedom
Mhm.
that I don't have to be constantly in the matrix.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah,
But then also
100%.
like I was telling Nayeli, I was like, you know what? It's like I want to be in this space where I don't. I want to. I'm gonna do what I was sent here to do. What my gift, what I love,
Mm.
the passion, and being able to live in the matrix, right? To be able to live, make money, have my business, doing what I love,
Mhm.
and not having to do the work in the matrix. So it's like
Mhm.
finding that blend, that balance of doing what I love to make money and not having to work just for the money.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. And we've we were taught, Natalie talks a lot about when you follow your bliss, everything else will come with it.
Oh my God, yeah. Because I feel like this year is just so, like I never ever thought that. Okay, backtrack. So when I got pregnant, I was like, I didn't even think or worry about. Okay, well, what am I gonna do with work? I'm not because at my job it was 100% in person. Like there was no work from home option. There's no hybrid, nothing. Um, Now I am on maternity leave, but I'm doing a little bit of work from home, and it's cool. And my plan is to be able to work from home and just go in for meetings and stuff. But before I even had the baby, this was not even an option or a possibility. And I just, oh my God, like we were talking about last week, I just trusted blindly. And I was like, this is going to work. I'm going to be able to work from home. It's not going to be an issue. And look, isn't that crazy? So, like,
It's crazy, but we've been so used to it, like we know this is possible, so it's not
yeah,
crazy. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So it just like worked out so well where I was like, no, I know this is going to work. And if it's not going to be there, it's going to be somewhere else. But I know it's gonna be fine because everybody's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm like,
Like scaring you.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna work out. It's gonna be fine. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to. And then my other thing too was like, I'm not gonna have this baby to just stick her into daycare.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. 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 And you have the privilege to say that. Right? You have
Yes,
the privilege
yes.
to
Thank
not do that.
the how. I was like, oh my god, that blind trust. Because I didn't falter with that in 1 minute at all.
What do you mean?
Because I in no moment did I
Oh
say I
yeah.
don't know what I'm gonna do.
So when you did it because it was just you were looking at things with curiosity and you were like, well, let's just not be ignorant about
Yeah,
these possibilities. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you didn't give yourself the room to spiral and to go into fear
yeah, yeah.
when you would ask.
And I think that's one of the huge things that we've learned with Natalie is like, don't go into the fear. Don't go into the fear. Don't think about it. Don't. It's not even a possibility. So it's like I would think about it, and I would just track myself back out and be like, no, that's not my reality. I don't live in
Yeah.
that, and it's gonna work out. And I remember I had two limpias when I was pregnant, but the first one, all this stuff was like happening. Like nothing was certain at work. It was a shit show. And I remember Natalie was like, everything always works out for you. I'm like, exactly. So I'm like, I'm not even worried. Like, yeah, of course I'm worried, but I wasn't putting my efforts into that worry, right? I wasn't worried about if I was going to have a job, what was I going to do? I wasn't worried about any of that because at the end of the day, everything always worked out. And that's what she's told me. She's like, everything comes out perfect. I'm like, exactly. So I'm not worried. I wasn't worried, now that I think about it, I'm like, dang, that was really good. That was a really good trusting
100%. And
because nothing was certain.
nothing was
Crazy.
certain. But then too, like, so then you have that extreme, right? You have it in a such a macro level, and I've caught myself to be able to live in that space, to be able to have that certainty in a macro level. I've have found that I need to be in that space in micro levels. So like I I don't know if you. I don't think so. I don't think that you're like this, but like I get anxiety if I'm not somewhere at the right time. At the right time. I'm very strict on my
Yes and no.
scheduling. Okay, so like having to go pick up Sophie, and I'll be there right on time. I'm gonna leave at 2:15, so I can get there at 2:50, and I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like I'm very
If it's
strict.
for me, I'm not worried. But if I have to do it for somebody else, I do. So
Okay.
like, to be there for Sophie, yeah. But if I
Yeah.
have to be there for something, I'm just like, eh.
Right. I had to be in that blind faith in the micro level, so trust that if I that I don't have to be rushing, that everything's gonna be fine, that I have time to spare.
And that's where I'm good at
You're
that because
really
I'm
good
always
at
like,
that.
I'm gonna pause time.
Yeah. When we started teaching our classes, it would be because we would do them at 5. It would be 4:50, and she'd be like, "Okay, hold on, I'm gonna go downstairs and make my coffee," and I'd be like sitting down and waiting. Like I already have everything set up. I'm sitting down and I'm waiting until it's 5, and I'd be like, "Are you kidding me right now? Why aren't you sitting here and waiting with me?" And she'd be like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna pause time."
Or sometimes I'd be coming home from work at 4:45.
Yeah, and then she'd still get her coffee and stuff. Like she was like, "I'm gonna stop time. Everything is gonna be fine." I've gotten a little better, I think. I don't know. I think it just depends on the situation.
We were supposed to start today early, and I texted you, I can't, and you were good.
Yeah, that's fine. When you text me, it's fine. I think the real test was when you were still getting ready and I was just chilling.
Okay, that was.
Yeah, because usually I would be like, "Okay, that's fine."
But I did it. I think I was ready by 11.
Yeah, you were ready. She wasn't gonna want to be ready. And I was like, "No, girl, my child is asleep. We have to take advantage. Please, let's take advantage of this."
I was just so so this for me is the test because I just been so tired and I'm so
Yeah.
tired and I was like,
Yeah.
how am I gonna get ready and sit there and talk when I am tired?
Yeah, girl.
And all I
Yeah.
want to do is sleep and eat.
Yeah, me. Okay. So, like yesterday, we were going to go to the store to get groceries. We were going to go to Costco, but we had to go pick up my little sister after Costco. We ended up also going to Sephora. So, we went to Sephora and we were having a blast, like the 3 of us, the 5 of us.
A
Me, Mom, Lola, Romy, Noah. I'm so sorry I did
It's
it
okay.
again. But we were just like, I need to sneeze.
Salud.
We were just in Sephora. You know, we lost all concept of time
Going ham,
when
looking
we
at
everything,
smelling
everything, putting everything on. Not really. And when we walked out, my mom was like, "Fuck, it's 2:50. We have to pick up Sophie."
No, it was
30?
2:20.
Oh,
2:20.
20?
But we still had to go to Costco.
Oh yeah, I thought it was 2:50. And I
No.
was like, "It's okay. We're just gonna chill." And so we went to Costco. We went and got. I mean, I was fine. I just kept remembering my mom being like, "Okay, like let's keep going," but we literally were fine, right? We were
Yeah.
chilling. We
Yeah.
got our food. We got our
Like
groceries.
I was more on a mission. So like Nayeli, when she goes to Costco, the number one goal of Costco for her is pizza.
Yeah,
So she'll go to the what's it called?
food court.
The food court to eat her pizza. So I was like, okay, you guys will get your pizza. I will start shopping. And yeah, Nayeli just got our pizza, and she actually ate it walking, which
Inhaled
was
it. I always do that.
you do
Like when I'm with you.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't let her sit herself down and
No, but when I go with my husband, we go in, sit down, and eat, and then we'll go shop. Like, but we have to eat first, and it's interesting because everybody goes and eats last. But I'm like, no, girl. Let me eat, and then let me, anyways, digest it while I'm walking.
So yeah, so you got their pizza, but I did the shopping, and then you guys helped me halfway.
It wasn't even halfway. You got like 2 things, which was the meat.
It was halfway because I did the whole side of the store and the meat. And
What
I
did
was
you
down-
get in the other side? What did you get?
I didn't. It's half of the store. I went through half of the store.
But like
It-
90% of one half of the
I
store,
didn't
you
say
don't
I
need.
got half of the items. I
See,
said I got half of the. I went through half of the store.
and all you did was walk down a straight line. You didn't even
I
go
got
into the
meat
aisles.
and I got. I think that's
Exactly. She had just gotten meat. Anyways, it's because it wasn't. You didn't say it right. It wasn't proportionate. Okay. Anyways, and then we still got there in time to pick up Sophie.
Yeah, we were
Like we were waiting on Sophie.
yeah, we were maybe like, she gets out at 3:21. We got there, what, at 3:30?
Oh yeah, I thought she got out at 3:30. But
3:29 or something?
I remember sitting in the back seat like, wow. Like I didn't even have to worry anymore. Like everything is divine timing. Everything
Everything's
is gonna be fine. So this morning I woke up late as fuck. I wanted to wake up at 6. I wanted to like so I can leave the house by 7. But I was like, no, everything's gonna happen the way it needs to happen. And I was so chill, besides fucking hitting my head on the fucking cabinet and then hitting my lip on the fucking stroller.
I'm so sorry.
Everything else was fine. And getting frostbite
like-
on my fingers.
But you know what I want? Let's go get a Starbucks.
I'm down. I'm
after
so
this.
down.
Hell yeah.
Our
little reward.
for pulling through.
Yeah, we did it. No, but you know what? Like, you are so much better because you are very. So you see her all chill. She is not chill, guys. She's like the most type A anal person ever. Used to be. You're getting so much better. But yeah, before she would like eat my, what is it? Chop my head off?
Yeah, chop your head off.
Chew my head off?
Well, I think it could be either bite your head off.
Bite my head off. But now she's so chill. So you're doing the work. You're doing so good. You're trusting so much more.
This is what it looks like to do the work. I am doing the work. Like,
Ooh.
I think the last podcast we really gave Noah a lot of the credit, but I've really been showing the fuck up out here, girl. Like, processing. My husband and I don't even fight. Like, when he annoys me, I'll just be like, sir, like, that was rude. Can you not be rude? Or, like, I'll talk to him, but I don't even fight anymore. Yes.
Making full ass dinner last night.
I was so annoyed
I
with
made
him
like the
yesterday.
best freaking beef stew ever.
It's because he wanted that. He was craving. I don't even know what he made, okay?
And then what did he do with it?
I think he took it all. Or it's in the oven. No, he told me he put it away. I don't know. I don't know.
So he's been working a lot, and he was cooking a full ass meal at midnight.
I was so annoyed with him. First of all, it wasn't even midnight. It was like
10:30.
Or it was like 9.
No.
Yeah.
He got home late, didn't he? He got home like at 10.
Like at 8.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Not that
Because
early.
when I was pumping, it was already like 10. Okay, anyways, I don't know.
Anyway.
I was like, dude, first of all, this is like the first time you've gotten home relatively early, because again, it was
Right.
like 8 or 9.
And he decides to cook. I was like,
and my mom had already made food, and I was like, dude, if I would have made the food, I would have been even more pissed.
you would have thrown it at his face.
Not really. Chill. She's
Like,
so drunk.
figuratively, guys, figuratively.
I would have been like, I'm never making you food again in my
It's because
life.
cooking dinner is such a.
It's hard.
It is such a.
Time consuming.
No. It is such a. What's the word?
Sacrifice.
Yes. Sacrifice of love. But fuck, it is so much work.
Yeah.
But
Not
eating-
that it's hard, but it's just like,
But eating that food is so good.
oh my God, it's so good. And he was making food, and I was like,
Full-ass
dude,
food.
are you
Full-ass
serious? And he's like, for lunch. And then I'm like, fine, whatever. And then he's downstairs. No, and then I was like, so you're not going to eat the food? He's like, I don't like it. Whatever. Fast forward, I wake up. It's like 11. It's like 12.
He was eating the
He
stew?
was eating the stew. I was like, it's because my whole thing is like, damn, I would have wanted you to come home and come to bed. Like, go to
Right.
bed or hang out with me, talk to
Right.
me, whatever.
I got up and went to the bathroom and I saw him and I was like, go to sleep.
Yeah. And he, no, but whatever. Like, that's
Yeah.
his own thing.
If he's happy.
Yeah, if he's happy, that's fine. But I was like, this food, I can't believe it. Anyways,
It's him. Of course you believe it.
he's crazy. He's
He
literally
is.
so crazy.
He is. He cracks me up.
He's
oh my God.
very non-traditional
Nonchalant.
in
Go with the flow.
the way that he is. I don't know.
No linear.
Yeah, he's weird. He's so weird. Anyways,
I think I finalized my thoughts, huh? I'll update you on my accountability. Is that it? Accountability?
yeah, 100%. Well, if you take the class, I think you'll see her in her taking her accountability. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We want her to start doing more, sessions.
And I guess my whole thing for me is like, well, if Nayeli's here, why doesn't Nayeli do it? She's better.
No, but what
I know that's my thought, though. You know,
Oh,
like,
okay.
that's what I.
okay, I guess I understand that. But
Mhm.
then too, it's like, how are you supposed to work out that muscle?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you're my mother.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, if I'm good, imagine my mom.
Ooh. No, it's been so funny because like at the store at Costco yesterday, she asked me,
Yeah.
guess whose rice I love? It's my favorite rice, and I guessed, and I was like, ooh, I guessed right on the
Yeah,
first one. I
she
was like,
did
I
guess
feel
right.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just those little
Yeah.
things that I'm always like, right, yeah,
Yeah.
but
She's good. She's on it. You just
on
have to
it.
believe in yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on it.
And then too, I just love. I've been trying to step more into like. I wish I can see myself the way my mom sees me, because you see me
Ooh.
like
Yeah.
amazing, and I really want to see myself a little
Well,
bit
I
more in
see
that
you in
space.
two worlds. I see you like short little Nayeli over there. You're
Sassy,
funny.
funny looking.
Yeah, and then I see you as your little
You're
warrior
pretty, pretty ugly.
Yep.
That was the other one.
self.
I literally, sorry, I remember myself being like 7 and walking around telling people in the playground that. Anyways, continue.
I know, and then she would tell adults that, and then they'd be like, "Ah, pretty ugly." I was like, "Oh my god."
That's hilarious.
Would you like
apologize?
No. I would laugh.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here with us. We love you so much.
So we're gonna try to go live every week then, on YouTube.
On YouTube, we'll be
So-
live
So Friday mornings, we will be going live on YouTube. I'm trying to think. I think that works.
at 9 or 10.
Yeah, we'll just say mornings, so anywhere between 9 and noon,
Okay.
as we just get the schedules of this one.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in chiming in and being here with us, and then don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to send the podcast
Subscribe, yes.
to your people, to the people who you think would benefit in listening to just two people and their human experience
And we listen and we don't
through the
judge.
spiritual lens, and we listen and we don't judge, and we really listen and we really don't judge because we have been there, we
Oh.
have done that, and you
Been there,
are
done
us, you are me, we are all one.
that. Mhm.
Anyways, love you so much. Check out our classes. We start
Yes.
in April 8th and March 25th or 26th.
Damn, you look so comfy.
I'm hella comfy right now, and I'm
So
so
comfy.
tired.
So comfy. Too comfy.
Is there such
You're
thing
like
as
about
too
to fall
comfy?
asleep.
Yeah, I could totally. I could just like
That's how I'm like,
good night.
oh.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank
Ciao.
you so much. So we'll see you next Friday, live on YouTube. Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella.